Hello and welcome to our today's session, which will be competency-based assessment. My name is Julius Musa, and competency-based assessment refers to how the new curriculum, that is the CBC, will be assessed. And the competency-based education and training refers to a mode of training where the emphasis is placed on the acquisition of competence. It is designed to meet the demands of industry and business. It involves training individuals to be able to perform to the standards required in employment in an agreed range of context repeatedly over time. In simple terms, CBET, that's the new curriculum, puts more emphasis on training the skills and the competence which is required in the job market or in the workplace. The next thing I'm going to learn today is on objectives of the CBET or the aims of CBET. And one of the aims of CBET is to establish occupational standards which can be measured. The next objective is to train competent individuals with the transferable skills. In other words, is to train an individual a skill which he or she can transfer to the workplace. The next objective is to link education and training to the skills needed by employers. That is to link the education or the training with the skills and the competence required by the employers. The next objective is to establish a quality assurance system which will have the confidence of all stakeholders. That is, the CBET aims at providing assurance to the employers that they will provide a competence trainers. The next objective is to promote lifelong learning through progression and transfer. And number 6, the objective is to encourage individuals to achieve their full potential. So also CBET is encouraging individuals to achieve their full potential through providing enough competence and enough skills and encouraging them to be confident in the workplace. Number 7 is to develop the attitude and the abilities to respond rapidly to changes. The next thing we will be talking about today is about target groups. That is the CBET target groups. Which groups is this new curriculum targeting? And CBET is proposed to be a flexible system which will enable all sectors of the population to access training without barriers. All of the CBET is just is flexible. That is, it is considering inclusivity. That is, both gender and the disadvantaged groups are also being considered in CBET. So as such, it is envisaged that the resultant TVET system will be able to engage with the following target groups. One of the target groups being those currently educated and trained who need to update their competence. That is the group which has been trained using the outdated curriculum. The next target group is individuals from the informal sector. The third target group is individuals from the formal sector. And the fourth target group is the unemployed population. Number 5 is out of school youth. And the next target group is those with little or no education. Last but not least is those individuals who are made redundant so that they can learn new competencies. The last target group is those who have retired but who would like to develop new skills and competencies. So the CBET or the new curriculum is targeting all people in the community. The next thing we're talking about is the institutional structure for TVET. We have the State Department for Vocational and Technical Training, which has two branches. That is the DTE and the DVET, That is the National TVET Policy and Coordination, and the National Policy, Curriculum Assessment and Capacity Building. We have the agencies. The agencies has four branches. That is the KNQA, the TVET Fund, the TVET SIDAC, and the TVETA. Where by the KNQA we have development and management. Where by the function of KNQA we have development and management of the national qualifications framework, recognizing and evaluating qualifications, equity qualifications, and the credit transfer and the exceptions. On TVET Fund we have resource mobilization for TVET training grants and the disbursements, and planning of all TVET programs. We have TVET SIDAC. The function is to design, development, review CBET curricula, accredit CBET curricula development assessment centers, assessors and verifiers. There's also other function which is coordinate competency-based assessment. We have TVETA. TVETA has a function of harmonization and registration of training in Kenya. And the next thing we'll be talking about today is on the role of SIDAC. The role of SIDAC. One of the roles of SIDAC is promotion of CBET. That is, they arrange and conduct training on competency-based curriculum development and assessment for CBET developers, providers, and assessors. Another function is program development. That is, they source, adapt, or develop and review suitable TVET competency-based curriculum to develop, review, and disseminate guidelines for preparation of CBET learning packages, and to prepare the packages in liaison with other stakeholders. Another role of SIDAC is to control and coordinate the quality of assessment. So SIDAC, as we have talked earlier about the SIDAC, it has a role of coordinating the assessment and ensuring that the assessment is of quality. Another role of SIDAC is to validate TVET competency curricula. The fifth role is verification. That is, the SIDAC verify, monitor, and accredit assessment centers, recognition of prior learning, assessors, and verifiers. We have another one, that's number 6, assessment and evaluation. That is, SIDAC provide guidelines for TVET competence-based assessment and evaluation to maintain all assessments records of CBET trainees. The last function of SIDAC is certification. That is, they award a certificate of competence and national certificates to successful trainees in conjunction with training providers or assessment centers. So the new curriculum, the certificate will be awarded by SIDAC as is opposed to with the updated curriculum where the certificate was being awarded by NEC. So the next thing we'll bring up today is the role of industry. The role of industry towards the CBET or the new curriculum. One of the role of industry is setting of national occupational standards through appropriate sector skills and advisory committees. That is the SSSC. The next role is monitoring standards and providing verifiers. The third role of industry to CBET is assisting the development and acquisition of training materials. So the industry assists on acquisition of these training materials to the TVETs. The fourth role is participating in the assessment of trainees and evaluation of the TVET system. So the industry participates in the assessment of trainees in this perspective. The trainees from TVET schools go to work on the industries, and those industries give feedback on how the trainees are performed in their responsibilities. Number 5, role of industry is to provide training opportunities, including apprenticeship, industrial attachment, and internship for trainees and trainers. The next thing we're talking about today is the Kenya National Qualifications Framework, that is the KNQF. This is a single, coherent framework for qualifications from primary certificates through to doctoral degree level. TVET SIDAC, in collaboration with TVETA, work with the Kenya National Qualification Authority to develop level descriptors which will enable qualification to be considered for primary students on the placement on the demonstration. So the next thing we talk about today is on the assessors and verifiers. And who is an assessor? An assessor is a person accredited by the council to carry out competence assessment. A verifier is a person accredited by the council to monitor the work of assessors involved with the qualification by ensuring reliability, credibility, and validity of the qualifications and providing advice where necessary. An assessor may be a trainer, that is an instructor, a workplace trainer, skilled worker, or supervisor in industry or training institution. Internal assessment. Internal assessment is a continuous process of evaluating a trainee's competence done by the trainer or the internal assessor during training. The trainer also evaluates trainees' competence on completion of each unit of competence. The internal assessor is monitored by an internal verifier for internal quality assurance. And on our next lesson, we will stop there. And we will continue from there in next week, but we will start with main roles of an internal assessor. Thank you and have a nice time.